Oh, hey. Welcome back to Y'all Hate Sports, Part 20. The CFB Playoffs. I was just building up the new game, as you can see. I've waited 11 years for this game to drop. It's about to consume every man's life for at least the next month, bare minimum. One of the new things you can do in the game is play the new 12-seeded playoff format, something that hasn't even been done in real life yet. The CFB playoffs have had a lot of controversy over the last couple of years. Alright, they've left a lot of what-ifs on the table. It wasn't always like this. Let me dive a little bit deeper into how the playoffs even became the playoffs. Come here. Come here! Because prior to 2015, the CFB playoffs weren't even a thing. Myself and millions of others grew up with the BCS National Championship, a Super Bowl for college football, you may, where the two best teams in the nation battled it out to determine a champion. No playoff bracket needed, just number one and number two facing off in a winner-take-all scenario. And when CFB higher-ups realized just how much money they were making with one national championship, they thought to themselves, wait a minute, why aren't we making more money? And thus, an official playoff bracket was formed, with a 13-member committee who's selecting the top 4 teams in the country so that they can battle it out. More games, more money, more football, everybody's happy. It wasn't until this past year where the committee was like, wait a minute, why aren't we making more money? And starting this season now, the playoffs will be expanded from 4 teams to 12. This eliminated the issue and outright stress most teams had with the CFB playoff format to begin with. There have been great teams from years past with perfect records that won conference titles or have just been outright denied a chance to show just how great they are because there was only room for 4 spots. Just to name a few examples, just this past season with the Florida State Seminoles, a team undefeated through 10 games, quarterback and Heisman Trophy candidate Jordan Travis broke his leg against North Alabama. This affected the committee's view on them because without their top star, they felt the team would not be qualified to have a competitive game come playoff time. And you can probably imagine that did not make FSU happy. Petitions were started, protests were thrown, and the end result of their season saw them getting destroyed by Clemson in the Orange Bowl 63-3, but that's like a complicated situation because half their starters opted out, but I can totally understand the frustration on their part. The committee is basically telling you that you are a bad team without your quarterback, and that couldn't be further from the truth. They would still go on to win the ACC championship game that year in one of the more egregious acts of judgment from the committee. And that's just one example. It's not just them. 2017 Penn State Nittany Lions in Saquon Barkley's final year there got snubbed for Ohio State, a team they beat that season. In 2018, the same thing happened to Ohio State, a team highlighted by guys like J.K. Dobbins, Chris Olave, Terry McLaurin didn't get in over Notre Dame. Even during the 2020 COVID season, a team that rejuvenated Jimbo Fisher's career, Texas A&M, didn't make it despite their only loss on the season coming from Alabama. While 12 teams have certainly eliminated the idea of elite teams being left out for now, there have been talks to expand the playoff bracket even further as early as 2026. Now, hear me out on this. If they want to take the college basketball approach, just put the final top 24 teams in the bracket. It's a lot more football for the fans, generates more money for the committee. Is it probably less safer for players that way? Yeah, but with the expansion talks already being pushed to potentially 14 teams in 2026, I can already tell this is something that will only continue until football fans get exactly what they want, and that's more football. You wouldn't have to worry about someone not tuning in, and we talked about in the past year about there potentially being less and less conferences in the future until there's ultimately 2 big conferences in college football. Teams are already traveling damn near cross country to face each other in their own conference. If it was up to me personally, I think 12 is a good limit, but 24 sounds just about right for the right people that love to watch football. Overall, what are your thoughts on the CFB playoff format? Should there be more or less teams? And also let me know what your favorite college football team is down below in the comments and who you have winning the first ever expanded college football playoffs this year. Make sure to follow me on Twitch because I know exactly what I'm going to be doing today come 4 p.m. My life is about to be consumed at the bare minimum next 2 months by this game. Ain't got no shame about it. My name is Billy Cameron. I'll see y'all in the next part of Y'all Hate Sports.